This is a 2-foot box. We can throw in maybe the comments in metric for all those people out there, like the rest of the world, who use centimeters. Let's go ahead and throw this together real quick. Okay, so this is an 1 5/8". You can see 1 5/8", and it's stainless steel because the cacao juice, the pulp, is so acidic that it'll start to eat away anything that isn't stainless. So stainless steel is really important. Otherwise your box is gonna fall apart. Eat it faster. We've got 4 to 5 screws on each side. We want to give a strengthening band to the box because when you load the wet seed in, it starts to bulge. As it expands, it pushes, it literally takes the box apart. And so these bands are going to go around the box and just be a brace. So it's going to support the box and prevent it from bowing out. So what he's marking here is the bottom of that belly band, so that we know it's in the same spot all the way around, which is obviously how it's going to be stronger.
For this one, you want to screw to this plywood here. So screw the outside here, drill on the outside, 2 holes. And these will go right into that. Now these ones are going to be
just inside, so they don't overlap.
Yeah, so they don't hit the other straight. So now, let's go on the outside, two on the
So what Eric's doing right now is he's making a grid so we can follow this pattern and drill little holes in the bottom of the box to allow the juice from the seeds to drain through. Otherwise that juice is just going to sit there and start to rot. So these are the exit holes for the juice in the bottom of the box. So it looks like Eric's doing, what is this, every 1.5 inches, however many centimeters.
So now,
Damn, we really got to switch to centimeters. We have now built the box. The last step is to actually drill little holes so that the juice can drain through and not accumulate in the bottom and rot. So this is the exit holes for the cacao juice, which in the beginning you can capture and drink, but after about 6 hours, you got to let it go. Drill bit, 5/16. And the reason that that is an important size is because it's big enough to allow the juice to pass through, even if things start to accumulate in that little hole and start to block it. So that's probably the minimum size that you would want. The reason we drilled from the inside of the box is because we didn't want to create a bunch of burrs, which you're about to see on the outside. So when we sand it right now, it's going to be easier to sand the outside of the box than the inside of the box. So we're going to flip this over And you can see all the burrs. All these are now on the bottom of the box, which is way more important than the inside of the box. And this is something that I think you normally learn through trial and error. One of the last steps is to do something that is on top of the belly band, and this is poplar that's untreated. So all of this is untreated except for this, because this does not come in contact with beans. But this is going to come in contact with beans. The reason is because as you're transferring beans from this box to another box, you want a flush, another box here, so beans are not going inside here. There's gonna be another box that's gonna be touching this, and so it's going to be flush if you have two boxes touching like that. So this is going to see contact with cacao. We don't want treated wood, and that way you can have a better transition, things stay cleaner, beans don't drop down the crack in between right here, touching another box. The last thing that we're going to do here is we're going to drill a little hole somewhere in the middle of this box so that we can sit a data logger in there to record the temperatures that are happening throughout the fermentation process. So he's marking pretty much right in the middle there, and that's where we're going to insert our data logger so we can watch as our temperatures spike or don't spike, so that it can give us the data we need as we track our fermentation over the course of about a week. This is why we do this show, is to show the step-by-step process, and it's not difficult to build a box, but to know the little nuances of why you have to do the belly band so it doesn't bulge out and break your box, why you have to use stainless steel screws, why you have to drill downward instead of from the other side, even though it would have been easier. These are all the little tips. So thank you to Eric for learning the hard way, and we're doing it right the first time now for everyone else. Another episode of Craft Chocolate TV. See you next time.